I just come up to the Koi water barn to see Keith, and we're going to have a little chat about Virkon. A lot of members have mentioned that it's worth having, so really just getting an idea off of Keith what the benefits are. So Keith, what can you tell us about Virkon?
Hi Joe, right, okay, so Virkon is basically, it's not a medication, so please don't confuse it as a medication. It's basically a product which will help create, it's basically a disinfectant, so it can be used in a high concentration to disinfect your nets, your ponds, your equipment, and many people do use it like that, and it's heavily used in agriculture, pharmaceuticals as a disinfectant.
Okay,
However,
in a pond, I mean, what would you put in normally a pond? Is it a tablet, 2 tablets, or?
Okay, so how we're using it in our industry, the koi industry and the aquatic industry, we're using it as a water sanitizer. So basically, we're using it to reduce the background presence of bacteria and pathogens, etc. in the water. So it's not treating them, we're just helping to sanitize it to create a slightly more sterile and healthier environment for the fish.
Yeah.
The benefit of that is that should a fish get damaged by netting damage, shipping damage, handling damage, or feeding damage, they crash into each other, and a scale was lost or a wound was created, because the bacteria present within the water column is less because you're using Virkon.
Yeah.
It's not guaranteed, but it's far more likely that damage will heal of its own accord without the need for physical intervention from yourself in topically treating it or whatever you need to do. Obviously, using Virkon doesn't mean great, my fish are never going to get a problem and ignore them. You still need to observe, and if you do see redness or it getting worse, you need to take appropriate action. But this does drastically reduce the need to do that, because the pond is a more sterile environment. It's not completely sterile, it's not cleaning the filters off or anything.
Right.
It's just knocking the background levels to an extent where it's better for the fish.
Is there a like a what do they call it? A knockback on the filter itself?
Not. Obviously, it's not a clever. It doesn't go, I'm not going to get rid of that bacteria because it's good, and I'm going to keep that one because it's bad, etc. So yes, there will be some effect, but at the dose that we're using, which is basically on the tablet form, 1 tablet per 1,000 gallons weekly, that effect is
minimal.
Well, the benefits are far greater than the disadvantages of it.
That's good.
So realistically, the dose of this is 1 tablet per 1,000 gallons.
Yeah.
There's a few different ways people look at using this. We use it here just as part of our husbandry regime on a weekly basis. So all our ponds get 1 tablet per 1,000 gallons on a weekly basis.
Right.
It's broken down by the UV over the week, hence why you redose it weekly. If you have a too high dose in the pond, you do get a build-up of foam. And it's not like a protein foam, it is actually like a bubble bath. It's like a proper foam. So that's a good visual indicator if the levels are building up too high. So that's one method. It's just basically you decide you go.
And how many tablets are there in?
50 tablets in a pot. A pot retails for $29.95.
So that's nearly a year, isn't it?
Well, in a 1,000 gallon pond, you've got virtually 2 weeks shy of a year.
Yeah, I'm looking at my growing on system, obviously, just to give it a little bit of a, added benefit as we're talking about.
So that would be great for that. Just keep, while you've got the fish in there, just use it as a weekly product.
Yeah.
Other people like to use it when introducing a new fish to the pond, just to reduce, obviously the fish will be stressed, it's just come out of quarantine or just been shipped. So it's,
and you're saying about nets as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and netting, etc. So in that instance, you would look at doing a course of Virkon. So 1 tablet per 1,000 gallons for a month.
Yeah. Then
half the dose for 2 weeks, then half the dose again. And keep doing that until you basically get to the point where you're half a tablet, so you stop dosing.
Oh, okay. Can we have one up to the camera so we can get a view of the front? There you go. Virkon aquatic tablet. So come and see Keith at the barn. You can probably get them online for you as well, Keith, can't they?
They're not on our website, but you can get them on. You can bring up an order for us. We do multiple deals if you want to buy a stock of them. Because obviously, if you're looking to use it all the time, you've got a 4,000 gallon pond, you're probably going to need 4 or 5 pots, so we do offer multi-buy deals on them as well.
That's good. All right then, well thanks for that, Keith. We look forward to seeing you in other videos.
Yes, you will.
All right, take care, young man.
Thank you, Joe.